Now when it comes to grains, there are many varieties, from barley and rice to oats and bulgur. Grains contain three important elements, which are the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. Let's start by discussing the bran. The bran is the outer shell of the grain, which is found in whole wheat products such as brown rice, rye, and oats. The term whole wheat means that the bran hasn't been removed and that the grain is, well, whole of all of its parts, unlike white rice and white flour, which have had their bran removed in addition to the grain's second element, which is the germ. The germ is where most of the nutrients and minerals are located within the grain. Think of it like the core of the grain, where actual growth and the potential to sprout into a new plant is found. Another reason why the germ is removed is due to its fat content, which limits the shelf life of processed wheat products such as white flour and white rice. What remains at the end of the milling process is the endosperm. The endosperm is easy to chew and digest, which is why it's so popular among today's consumers. This is your enriched white flour and white rice. Brown rice is considered healthy because it has both the bran and germ, which contain a variety of nutrients and minerals. So, when the term whole grain is used, it means that the bran, germ, and endosperm remain intact and therefore offer more nutritional value. Refined grains, however, have their bran and germ stripped, making them easy to chew, digest, and keep on the shelves for much longer. In regards to cooking whole grains, keep in mind that the bran acts as a barrier for water to penetrate and cook the endosperm. This means you'll want to double your cooking time when it comes to whole grains such as brown rice, kamut, buckwheat, and others which contain the bran and germ. There's many grains in which you can experiment with, however, for simplicity's sake, we're going to focus on rice and specifically two types of rice, short grain and long grain. The cooking techniques that we'll be using for both can be applied to a variety of different types of grains such as bulgur, barley, farro, and many more. So, with all that being said, join me in the next lesson where we'll be going through the process of cooking short grain rice. I'll see you there.